It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Steelers coming up next.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner, Charles Davis. CD, you're an old-school guy, and I know you've got to love our matchup here. Two teams that get after it the old-fashioned way, on the ground.
I love it. You know I love that type of football. You've known me for a while now. We've got the #1 and #2 rushing offense in the entire NFL matching up. Now, don't be fooled. Both of these teams can and will throw the ball in this one, but they certainly love playing that game of field position, working between the tackles, chewing up time of possession. And they've each got a main man who's among the best in the league at toting the rock.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this a very, very short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky. Could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, wide open, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Pittman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 127 yards, and a score.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. And this goes out wide for Drake. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right? And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to set on those routes in order to cause him problems. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here. Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big. So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later. I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot. A first down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give to Jacobs running right, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle. You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it? Carr to throw on second down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead. Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff,
They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they were able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action. Now Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bo Allen. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now Carr maybe with a free play. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Boy, not sure why in the world you... And pressure coming, and they got him once again. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do they do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. We had 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves with counters.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Brady going to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tom Brady taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, The only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
To try here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry, or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. Powering forward. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Vegas. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1. From the 6. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Brady now to throw. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Brady. And this one's incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it happens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and a rout is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Carr now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead. Increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Rolling to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15.
The category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long, and somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
And if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves if he got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Sheds off the tackle. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Brady.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Brady, and a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Flush to his right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tom Brady with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And, look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Back to throw. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This 1st half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, That's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Flushed out right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So a good play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And down he'll go at the 25.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. Cole McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers' offense is running away with this one.
Boy, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offense.
And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ballgame. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Brady now on first down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
They better figure something out, and soon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Jackson now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's A.J. Coldell as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. The toss here completed to Pittman. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Michael Pittman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Brady now on first down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here.
Touchdown! That's Carr. Cole Beasley as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jackson now to return. And he's only... going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin in the Midwest. Venerable Soldier Field is the site for Cincinnati taking on Chicago in their home opener. And it's the Bears who have the lead. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos trying to even their mark at 1-1 after dropping their opener a week ago. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Oh, he fakes a spike. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Pittman there to make the grab. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. Don't know whether another rock-solid victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Steelers defense, we watch them get set to go. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk.
There he goes, left side. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it clean. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes on the move to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Kenneth Farley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now a give, right side. Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Pittman, 36 yards. And the Steelers offense is running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
Yeah, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. From midfield, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think
and now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going up top, and that will be incomplete. Now, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. This will be fielded at the 17. Nifty move. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. 59 yards. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a give, right side. Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Carr. And he hits Drake. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. To throw, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Mahomes' throw complete to Freiermuth.
And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20. 10, 5, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 98 yards. And the Steelers offense is running away with this one. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. To throw again on second down, Mahomes, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's to the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, the second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On first down, it's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to shake him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Alex Singleton drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pittsburgh. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Now here's Mahomes. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Fryermuth there to make the grab. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a big play there for Vegas. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Carr to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fends him off. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think.
There he goes, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Cole McDonald with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Second and 5 now. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Carr. Now this goes out wide for Drake. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer, wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Jackson now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Keeps himself upright. Under pressure, and they got to him again. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe not expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And this will be across midfield and into Raider territory. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
2nd down and 3. Lawrence will throw. They'll roll him out right. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Lost man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. McDonald, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game. They're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Carr, he's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. It's a big play there for Vegas. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.